Hello and welcome to another FilterGrade tutorial. My name is Leighton, and in this video we're going to be learning how to import and apply video LUTs in Adobe Premiere CC. Today we're going to be using the IWLT BAP LUT Pack, which you can get right here at filtergrade.com. This LUT Pack is great if you're looking for some cinematic yet natural earthy tones, with both options for warmer and colder overall color profiles. This is what you get when you download the LUT Pack. Open it up as a document telling you more about the LUT Pack itself and how to apply it to different applications. Inside here is the LUTs. We're going to use the .cube files. Only time you want to use the .3DL files is when your application does not support the .cube files, but Adobe Premiere Pro does support it, so we're going to be using those today. Inside the cube, you're going to find bonus film and utility. These LUTs are optimized for Rec 709 and sRGB color profiles. If you shoot in RAW, this pack comes with the utility folder with plenty of camera-specific conversion LUTs to turn your flat RAW footage into a more colored profile that works a lot better when actually applying LUTs. Inside the film folder, you'll find all the LUTs we're going to be importing today. This LUT Pack also comes with several bonus LUTs that I've already imported. So without further ado, let's open up Premiere. I've got my timeline right here, just 4 clips that we're going to be testing out our LUTs with today. Now, there are several different ways that you can apply LUTs in Premiere, but in this video I'm going to show you what I think to be the best and easiest ways to actually apply the LUT files. So for the first one, let's go up to Window, and you're going to want to go down to Lumetri Color, or Lumetri Color. Click that, and this will open up your color grading window. You can also do this by changing the overall layout, but I like to work with the editing just because I'm used to it, and that's what most people use whenever they're editing their footage. You can also go back into Window and go down to Lumetri Scopes and check out your parade. You can make sure all your colors are where you want them to be. But for this video, I'm just going to focus on this window right here. The first technique we're going to look at allows you to look up and apply the LUT without saving the LUTs directly to your app data. This method works well if you already have a lot of LUTs to choose from saved in Premiere, and you're looking to test out the LUT before actually adding it to your collection. So when you first open Lumetri Color, you have a whole bunch of different options, standard with most color correction software. In Premiere, we're going to be going into Creative, open that up, and under Look, you want to hit Browse. This will take you to your desktop normally, and I have the folder right here on my desktop. Go into the .cube files, into Film, and from here you can select any one of these LUTs to apply to your footage. Something I really like about this LUT Pack is how it uses a lot of unique names for their LUTs. So you're not trying to find a number or a generic title. This makes it a lot easier to find and remember a specific look. So for this one, we're going to use the miking LUT. Open that up, and right away you see a difference between this video here and this video here. You can also change the intensity, so if you want your LUT to be more obvious, you can pull that out, or less. And you can always adjust the basic things after you've applied the LUT. If you go in basic correction, you can still have control over exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, etc. So yeah, I'm satisfied with that look. Let's go on to the next one here. So we'll do the same thing under Creative, Look, Browse. So for this clip, we're going to use the Aspate LUT. Open that up. And there you have it, you've applied your LUT. Gives it a little colder look. It is a winter scene. The next technique I'm going to show you is saving the entire LUT Pack directly into the app data in Premiere, so you don't have to hit Browse and search every time you want to apply a new LUT. So open a folder. I'm on the Mac here, so I'm going to go into my Applications on the left. Under Applications, you want to find your Adobe folder. Inside your Adobe folder, you want to right-click the actual application itself, and you want to go into Show Package Contents. So you're going to have all this stuff here, all these random folders, but the one you really want to search for here is LUTs. So once you click LUTs, there's going to be 3 subfolders. You want to click the Creative folder because that's where we are applying the LUTs before in Premiere. So in the Creative folder is where you're going to be dropping the actual LUTs into. So I'm going to go ahead and move this folder out of the way so I can open up my LUT Pack. You don't want to click and drag this entire pack as there's a lot of subfolders and different information. Just go into the film, start at the top, shift click all the way down to the bottom. Simply just click and drag all the LUTs into the Creative folder and it'll import them right there. You can exit out of this window. So they're going to alphabetize them, but as you can see, all my LUTs from the LUT Pack are now in this Creative folder. We can go back and back and back, exit out of that. So once you've dragged all your desired LUTs into the Creative folder in the app contents, make sure you save your project first, exit out of Premiere, let it close, and then you want to reopen it, kind of to refresh the files, reopen your project, let it load a bit. So we're going to move on to the next clip here. Go back up to Window. You can also change your workspace to color. This will change the layout now that you have your color correction side right here as opposed to a separate window. So if you change your workspace to the color setting, you can always go back to editing or effects. They're all up here on the top. On the right, you can see your Lumetri color options. Just like before, we're going to go into Creative and Look. So as you can see, our LUT pack has been applied. These 3 here from the pack, they're all just alphabetized, so maybe a little bit more difficult to find. So for the next clip here, we're going to be using the Rezarg LUT. It's probably one of my favorite LUTs in the entire pack. It gives a nice teal and orange, kind of desaturated look, very dramatic. And if you don't like your LUT choice, you can always go back up to the top and change it to something else. All right, there you go. We'll do one more example here. So this next clip, nice orange fall colors. Let's go back into the look where you're going to find one of the bonus LUTs that came with this pack, Aspen. It's very subtle, but just changes the orange hue, a little bit of luminance, darkens the shadows a bit. You can change the intensity, make it a little more orange, a little more faded, sharpen, vibrant, saturation. You can still use all the basic color corrections once your LUT's been applied. So don't be afraid to experiment with your LUTs. Get to know what they can do, what their limitations are, and which LUTs work better in certain situations. This will just make your editing workflow a lot faster if you know exactly what LUT needs to go to what clip and for what kind of lighting, environment, etc., etc. So there you have it. That's how you apply LUTs in Adobe Premiere CC. As always, check out FilterGrade.com for the best video LUTs, Photoshop actions, and Lightroom presets.